Hey, hello everybody, welcome back. So in today's video I want to show you guys my DPS vampire build, if you will. That's the best name I came up with. But this is gonna be my vampire build. This is the blood builds that a lot of people have been using, but mine has a little bit of a twist. I like to call it the vampire builds because it gives me a lot of health back, as you guys can see in the gameplay. And not only that, it still has a lot of damage. Now I could make this a full DPS build with a lot more damage, but for my type of playstyle I do enjoy having that health back, especially because I'm not only fighting bosses, right? I am fighting a lot of NPCs, exploring the world, so I don't have to rely on my flasks. Instead I have my builds give me health back. So as you guys can see, this is gonna be the way I look like. A little bit weird, but let me explain why is that. So let's go into the build. So for the equipment, what we have, obviously the Rivers of Blood. I have mine on the +10, and also I have the Blood Nagakiba. Now a lot of people might say you could go with the Blood Uchina Katana, which you could do also, but there's a reason why I chose the Nagakiba. The Nagakiba, as you see right here, it is a very long katana. This is one of the longest katana in the game, so it has a really good reach, so it goes further when you attack with this katana. Now on my Blood Nagakiba I have it on +24, and I have the Ashes of War Seppuku. These Ashes of War, what it does is, so I can press the Ashes of War, that will make my character step itself, and that's gonna make for 60 seconds you're gonna be bleeding, kind of like having that blood effect, right? Which is gonna increase our damage overall, because we do have some pieces in the build that's gonna make the damage go up if you have blood effect, blood loss in the vicinity, which is gonna be this one right here, the White Mask, and also the Lord of Blood Exaltation Talisman, which I'll go in a minute. Going with the White Mask, this is a mask that you can get by doing the quest for Varer. I don't know how to pronounce his name, but you guys know who I'm talking about. By doing his quest, you will obtain this mask. Now, I'm not gonna show you guys how you can get it right now on this video, because this video is gonna be too long. The second part of the armor, very important, is gonna be the Raptor Black Feathers armor chest piece, right? This one, I have a video on the channel showing how you can get it, so watch that. But this one of my comments in there said that this Raptor armor, it's useless. There is nothing about it. But what this guy don't know is that this armor is actually has some damage potential to it. On my build, if I go all the way back, you can see that I have the jump attack talisman all the way under right there on my stamina, which means basically I have on the build, if I go on talismans, almost if I have the claw talisman activated on my build without having that on my build, if you get what I mean, right? So yes, this armor right here is not useless. So by not having this, you're missing out on a jump attack. And to be honest, every time I start a fight, I am always jumping before I get to the enemy, so I'm jumping and attacking, so I'm taking advantage of this armor, and that's why I have it in here. For the rest of the two armors, it doesn't matter too much, whatever you want in here. So let's move on for the talismans, starting off with the Lord of Blood Exaltation. This works the same as the White Mask. So what it does is blood loss in vicinity increase attack power. People say it will increase your attack power by 20%, but for me, for my testing, it actually shows almost 30%. It's about 28 to 29%. The second talisman is Rotten Wing Sword Insignia, but what it does is greatly increase your attack power with successive attacks. So this is a talisman that you can get very late in the game. You have to progress a little bit. I cannot show you guys how to get it right now. Again, the video is gonna get too long. But if you don't have that, you can use another one, which is the Wing Sword Insignia, which is basically the same thing, but a little bit less damage that it gives you, right? For the Wing Sword Insignia, you can get it pretty quick, right in the beginning of the game, pretty easy. The third talisman is the Godskin. Successive attacks restore HP. They're kind of like working together, right? So that's why we're gonna have two katanas attacking simultaneously, hitting the enemies for multiple times, which is gonna activate both these talismans. And last but not least, the last one is gonna be the Taker's Cameo, restores HP upon defeating enemies. So pretty simple, and that's basically the build. Now let me show you guys a couple different options, the way that I play different sometimes. So instead of the Blood Nagakiba, sometimes I might go with the Greatsword, the Blasphemous. Now what this does is basically it's gonna double what this one does. So I have Taker's Cameo giving me HP when defeating enemies. This sword right here has the same effect of this talisman right here, so that's basically gonna double the amount of HP upon defeating enemies. And you don't even have to use it. All I do when I have it, I press triangle, I two-handed my Nagakiba. It took me a couple tries to get that right. But anyways, if I have it like this, if I have it on my back and two-hand Nagakiba, I still get the effect of the sword without having to use the sword. So that's why I have that. Now, to get this sword, it's gonna be a boss fight, and it's gonna be on the Volcano Manor. So just do the quest on the Volcano Manor. The big boss, the big serpent, once you kill it, you get this. So it's gonna be a tough boss though, just keep that in mind. But if you don't have that yet, there is an alternative that gives you a little bit less health. This one right here, the Serpent God's Curved Sword. This basically does the same effect as that, it just gives you a little bit less HP. I believe this one gives you about 60 points. The other one gives you a little bit more, about 80 points, I believe. So you do the same thing, you just two-handed the Rivers of Blood, and then you have that effect of that sword working, helping you get more health. Now before I go, just to show you guys the stats before I go, so right now my Rivers of Blood is 660 and the Nagakiba is 479. If I activate the Seppuku, right, I'm gonna get on the stats 871 on my Rivers of Blood and 673 on the Nagakiba. And that's how I get that much damage and still have you know, health back from these two talismans right here. But like I said, I could change this and make it a full DPS, but that's not exactly my playstyle. So that's how I have it, and that's I love this build. This is the best build for me. So with that said, let me know in the comment section below what type of build, like blood build, that you have, what way that you would do it, and give me some suggestions what I could change to make this even better, and I'll check you guys on the comment section below. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like, I would appreciate. If you're new, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.